If you've been doing the manifestation, if you've been hustling, grinding, working, and you're still not seeing the results, it's probably because you're subconsciously resisting the very thing that you want. You have this deep soul desire. I want a life of financial abundance, but your subconscious mind is saying it's not safe to have what I want because I might lose it. Maybe your conscious mind wants an intimate relationship, but your subconscious mind is saying intimacy is not safe because every time I let people in, I get hurt. And so these things, these beliefs, these patterns are actually stored in the body, not the mind. What happens is we come into this world, these wide open vessels. We are just, we're so curious, so in a state of awe and wonder, just open to life. We want to soak it all in. Our hearts are open. We love freely. But inevitably, we all experience trauma. We get hurt. And these don't have to be the big T traumas like losing a parent or seeing your parents divorce or sexual abuse. It could be the little T traumas, the minor things, the something a bully said to you in grade school. Maybe when you were 3 years old, you were crying and nobody picked you up because mom and dad were busy. It could be something as little as that. And over time, we experience more and more of these hurtful traumas. And what happens is we begin to close off because the body is trying to protect us from being hurt again and again. It says, I'm never going to let this happen. And so we start to resist. We start to kind of prepare and brace for the worst, thinking that if I'm prepared for the worst case scenario, at least I won't be disappointed. At least I won't be hurt and rejected and nobody can get to me. But what happens is when we resist pain, we also resist pleasure. And so we become closed off to life. It's like we form a kink in the hose so the water can no longer flow. And yes, we are sort of protected against the painful experiences, but we also block off the things that we want. We sort of stay in the middle here rather than fluctuating and going from extreme joys to feeling grief and sorrow and pain. We kind of keep ourselves here. We become very jaded, and so we never go too high and too low. And so the thing to understand about doing this is that we are either open to life or we're not. We're either open or closed. And so if we close ourselves off to pain and hurt, we are also closing ourselves off to freedom, abundance, love, connection, joy, exploration. And as we get older, maybe you've noticed that the flowers, they start to smell a little less bright. The colors seem a little less vivid. The foods taste a little bit more bland. And most people, as they age, they become very uptight, very rigid. Our flexibility goes. The spark behind our eyes starts to fade a little bit. We become more and more rigid and set in how we do things, and as we get older and older, it only gets more and more pronounced. And so I want to encourage you to begin opening up again to life, to being wondrous and curious and just seeing all that life has to offer. Yes, we will feel more of the pain and the suffering and the sorrow for other people, compassion for others, but we will have a greater and greater capacity for love and happiness and joy. This is something that I've been working on myself, and a great practice for this is actually reclaiming and re-welcoming that little child. If you think back to who you were and how you behaved and how you acted and how open you were when you were a kid, most of us will find that we are totally different now. And so kind of closing your eyes, going into a meditation and just opening up, welcoming that little child back, saying that you're safe, it's okay, you're gonna be okay, it's all gonna work out. And thinking back to how you used to feel and the things that used to light you up when you were a kid, and just we had this endless energy. We would wake up at 6 in the morning just so excited to explore the world and pursue our passions and interest, and see all that this world had to offer. And so just anchoring that little child back into your body and opening those channels so that life force and creativity and life can flow through your veins once again. It's a very, very powerful practice. It can be scary to open ourselves up to being vulnerable and potentially unsafe, but remember that you are an infinite, eternal soul. You are the observer of your thoughts and emotions. You aren't your brain, you aren't your body, you are the consciousness that observes it. And so nothing, no matter how bad things get, nothing can actually touch and affect your soul, who you really are. You are completely safe. No part of you can or ever will be truly harmed. You will return to spirit, the essence from which you came. And so you're completely safe. And that is really what life is about. It is about feeling and experiencing, opening ourselves to things that we could have never dreamed of. New possibilities, new experiences. It's about feeling the grief and the sorrow and the things that we encounter, but also being so open to the positive experiences and letting love flow through us in new and expansive ways. So I hope you find value in today's message. I really hope you got something out of it. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this content, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Be sure to join me for more content down the road, and check out the links in the description for some great free resources or some one-on-one coaching opportunities as well, if that's something that you're interested in. So have a great day. I will see you soon, and peace.